Hey everyone, hope you guys are having a great day so far. What day is it? It is January 13th, Friday. So I opened up a LeetCode, found this problem. It's labeled as easy. It's truly very easy. The logic is very straightforward. But it's been a while since I do LeetCode, so I tripped up on this because I forgot about if you do if you do integer multiplication, it's easy that the the product might be out of the boundary of like say the integer of the maximum integer in Java, for example. So we just need to take care of that, and then everything else should be very straightforward for this problem. So let's quickly code it up. Let's see, take a look. So LeetCode problem 2525, categorize box according to criteria. So we're given 4 integers, that's the parameter of this API, length, width, height, and mass, representing the dimensions of the mass and the mass of the box. Okay, so first, dimension. So we were given 3 dimensions of this box and the volume. So how do we calculate volume? Volume is length multiplied by width multiplied by height, the product of all of these 3 integers together. That's volume. Okay, so we consider this box as bulky if any of the dimensions of the box is greater than or equal to 10 to the power of 4. Or if the volume of the box is greater than 10 to the power of 9. Okay, and then if the mass of the box is greater or equal to 100, it's labeled as heavy. And if it's labeled as both bulky and heavy, then it's both. If it's neither, then the category is neither. We just return neither. And if it's bulky but not heavy, we return bulky. And if it's heavy but not bulky, we return heavy. All right, that's the entire problem description. The problem itself is very easy, and that's why it's labeled as easy, but the acceptance rate is pretty low compared with other easy LeetCode problems. I guess the reason for that is just that we need to take care of overflow issues. That's where I tripped over. Okay, let's take a look. So the logic would just be, as the problem describes it, it's basically we'll just follow this logic, and this is the easiest order to follow. Otherwise, your if-else loop might be convoluted and difficult to understand. But in this case, we'll just directly go with what the problem description's order is. All right, so first, I'll have 2 variables called boolean is bulky, false, and boolean is what's it called? Heavy, false. So so for mass greater than or equal to 4. Okay, so for heavy, what we can do is we'll know if the mass is greater than or equal to 100. That's good enough. And then for bulky, so first, if any of the dimension is greater than 10 to the power of 4, so 10 to the power of 4, we'll see okay, I'll have n constant dimension limit 10 to the power of 4. All right, so if length is greater than or equal to dimension, or if width is greater than or equal to dimension limit, or height is greater than or equal to dimension, or so we need to have a variable called volume. If this one is greater than 10 to the power of 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right, if this is the case, I need a parenthesis here to correct this. What's wrong here? No, I'll worry about that later. So, so this volume, although it's 3 integer multiplication, we need to have a long, because otherwise, say, the maximum Java integer max value. So this value is this big. But if, say, the worst case is 10 to the power of, where did that go? This one. So if we have this times this times this itself, it's going to be 1 billion, right? This is it? This is 1,000 billion, so 1 trillion. Okay, this is 1 trillion actually. So 12 zeros. That means 10 to the power of 12. But the maximum integer is how many? Let's see. So in the worst case, the volume of this possible box is greater than the maximum possible value of integer in Java. So that's going to overflow, which is going to give us a negative number, a completely wrong number. So what we need to do is we need to cast it volume to avoid overflow error, and cast this length times width times height. This is the volume. If any of this is true, then is bulky is true. All right. So then we'll just follow these 4 conditions. So these 4 conditions. If is bulky and is heavy, then we return both. Else, if is bulky, if it's not is heavy, then we return neither. Else, 2 more cases. Else, if is bulky but is not heavy. What? Come on. You should have to complete it. Okay, not fast enough. And then in this case, we return bulky. Then the only other case is we're going to return heavy. Return heavy. All right. Now let's try to hit run. Accepted. Now hit submit. It's accepted as well. So basically, where I tripped over, that you can see that I submissions that I tripped over like twice. That was because I didn't do a long conversion, a long cast. And these are one test case. Of course, there are multiple test cases. As long as these like 3 integers multiplied together, the product, the actual correct product is over the maximum of Java maximum value, then it's going to overflow, which is going to give us the wrong answer. All right. So this is this question is just a beautiful reminder to take care of all of the corner cases. Like say, in Java programming language, if you use integer, the maximum value is that number that you need to keep that in mind. Otherwise, you use long or something else. You can even come up with a customized data structure to host a super big number, if that's the case. There is no time or space complexity to talk about in this case. Super straightforward, just O1 time complexity and O1 space complexity. It's not using anything extra. Super simple logic. Yeah, if you like this video, just give me a thumbs up. That's going to encourage me a lot. It makes a big difference in my channel. And let me know that you really like this. And share drop any comment and share this video. And hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. I'll see you guys in the next one. Happy Friday and have a wonderful long weekend, Martin Luther King Day. Thank you guys. I'll see you guys in the next one.